So when I was approached by youth, the Youth Offender Reentry Program, YORP,
Okay.
about needing a place to stay because those kids are coming out and home is not a welcoming place and those things. So we were initially talking about just creating some space, some room for them to come out and live. And then, I've never just really thought normal. And I thought, let's not just be a transitional home. Let's make this a transformational place where not only can they live here, they can learn the art, the science, and the business of specialty coffee.
Right.
We know that it could stimulate the economy. We know it could transform people's lives, but what can it do for youth?
Mm-hmm.
And right as we were going into that space, focusing in on youth, is when I read the report that, internationally, there is a shortage of young people in the coffee industry. And so there's a real big push for youth in coffee, mm-hmm. or for people to invest in youth in coffee. So yeah. I say, hello, somebody. We are right on point and on track. And that's when the Lord just started, we found favor in that story that was done. We haven't paid for 1
mm-hmm.
ounce of support today. Everything that's been done up to this point has been mission minded.
Yeah.
And people have done it because they either felt my heart or saw the vision or, felt sorry for me and them kids or whatever. But but then all of a sudden, it was like we ran out of money, to do things, and then everything disappeared. Yeah. So we've been at a standstill for the last month and a half, which tells me clearly, I need to go raise $1 million. That's all that means, using what the Lord has given me to go raise some money. Yeah. So I'm going to try to hit the road as much as I can to share our story in order to stimulate people's minds to help us do what we're trying to do.
Right. It's an interesting point. When you grabbed a coattail of Texas A&M, they were pretty much just, doing work. But as you said, there's a lot of very specified work in coffee when it comes to, let's look at young producers, because as a buyer of coffee, as a coffee consuming country, the largest coffee consuming country based on volume, it's so important to the U.S. to be able to continue to sustain the supply of coffee. So our focus too is on building youth who want to work in coffee in the next generation in the producing countries. But I think that if there's anyone who can take some of that flashlight and put it on home, is probably going to be you. And I think that if there's some way to share that flashlight, because people connect with people who are like them, right? To be able to develop youth programs in the producing country, as well as youth programs in the U.S., there's helping to both uplift is